Lewis.
Thank you, Mr. President, through you to the members, and I appreciate the gentleman's question, and I'm very happy to respond to the question and to describe what Amendment 836 proposes to do. Simply put, the goal of this amendment is to protect public health by reducing youth consumption of cheap, sweet, flavored cigars. As cigarette smoking rates have declined among adults and among children, which is obviously a good thing, the tobacco industry has innovated, coming out with all kinds of new products that are getting another generation of our children addicted to nicotine. Let me show you a few examples. I have with me here a little show and tell. We have, don't worry, I don't plan to smoke these. This is a package of 2 white grape flavored blunts, which sells for just $1.49 in any of the convenience stores in any of our communities. This one is wet mango. Wet mango. I don't have a price on this, but it's less than $1.
The Senate raised a good point. If we could ask members and guests to please keep down their conversations so we can hear the member at the microphone. The Senator from Middlesex, Mr. Lewis.
I thank the lady from Northwood. We were in the midst of a show and tell. Some of these products, these very cheap and flavored, fruit-flavored or candy-flavored cigars that are very attractive to our children. This one is a strawberry cigarello. Strawberry cigarello. Again, retails for 40 cents, 50, 60 cents. So compare that to a pack of cigarettes, which is typically retails for over $7. So these products are much cheaper and attractive. To children, these products seem harmless. In fact, they seem fun. What could be bad about grape-flavored or strawberry-flavored or wet mango? And as a result, the purchase and consumption of these products, these cigars, have skyrocketed. From 2006 to 2011, the sale of the grape flavor, which I guess must be one of the most popular flavors, increased by 4,000%. 4,000% in just 5 years. That's according to a study by the Department of Public Health. We now have similar rates of usage of these flavored cigars as we do for cigarettes among young people. Think about that. These are now used at a similar rate by young people. The use of...
The chair, again, would ask members and guests to please lower their voices. The Senator from Middlesex, Mr. Lewis.
Thank you, Mr. President. I know the hour draws late, and I will try to wrap up very soon. The use of tobacco products, whether it's cigars like these, cigarettes, or smokeless tobacco, continues to be the leading cause of death and illness, and the resulting billions of dollars in avoidable health care costs in the Commonwealth that we all ultimately pay for. One of the main reasons that is behind the explosive growth in the sales of these products to young people is a tax loophole. Currently, these products, all cigars, are taxed at a rate of 40% of the wholesale price. So the excise tax is 40% of the wholesale price. Compare that to smokeless tobacco products, where the excise tax is 210%. 210%. It's a little bit hard to compare to cigarettes because there the tax is per pack. But if you try to do as close to an apples to apples as you can, what you'll see is that our cigarette taxes are up here, our taxes on smokeless tobacco products like mints are up here, and our excise tax on cigars is way down here. All right? So what this amendment does is very straightforward and actually quite innovative. It says that we should have the same excise tax on these cheap flavored cigars as we do on our other tobacco products. What the amendment does not do is change the excise tax on what I would call adult cigars, all right, non-flavored cigars. That is not the intent of this amendment. If adults want to make the decision to occasionally smoke a cigar, they have their every right to do that. But what we're trying to do here is protect our children. And what this amendment does in a very targeted, pinpoint way is increase that excise tax to the same level we have for other tobacco products, simply for these cheap flavored cigars. Finally, what we do with the revenue that would be generated from that excise tax increase is we direct those dollars into our tobacco prevention and cessation program in the Commonwealth. And I'll share with you just a few pretty shocking numbers. We're all familiar with the Master Tobacco Settlement and the funds that flowed into Massachusetts and other states as a result of that, many hundreds of millions of dollars. Back in fiscal year 01, 15 years ago, we put $68 million a year into our tobacco prevention and cessation efforts. $68 million. And that had a dramatic impact in bringing down rates of tobacco use among adults and children. That number was down to $13 million by fiscal year 09 before we entered the Great Recession. And currently in the Senate Ways and Means budget, and we've tried to do the best we can, we are at $3.9 million. $3.9 million. So what this amendment would do, in addition to reducing youth consumption of these products and addicting them to nicotine for a lifetime, we'll take that additional revenue up to $4 million, we expect, and put that money into our tobacco prevention and cessation programs, which will help many more people who want to quit smoking and using tobacco and prevent them from a continued addiction to nicotine. So very pleased about that as well. I thank my colleagues who've been very supportive of this amendment. I want to thank the chair of the Ways and Means Committee and her terrific staff who worked with me to refine this amendment, make sure we were very careful in targeting these flavored, cheap cigars that are being sold to kids and not adult cigars. And I thank you, Mr. President, and I hope that my colleagues can join me in supporting this amendment.